how do you ensure that you guys turn the page and rally behind not only a tough loss, but very tough news coming out of it regarding all the injuries?
Just take it day by day and control what you can control. I say that's the main thing. Showing up to work with another week, a new challenge in Houston coming in this week. We can't think about too much about the past in Jacksonville and what happened in the past games. We just got to look forward for Sunday to get a win.
Just in that Jaguars game, Derwin, you guys played like 41 snaps on defense in the first half.
Yeah.
How difficult was that for you guys as a group, playing that much football in the first half and then having to come out and continue to defend there over the final 2 quarters?
As a defense, we don't try to go out there to say, hey, we need to play 20 plays, we need to play 40. That was what required in order for us to have a chance in that game. So we had to come out and just play. So I feel like, whether it's 40, 20, and 30, we got to execute and have that mental aspect of it to sustain it that long, and like you said, and not have any laps or anything out there.
What have you noticed from Houston? They don't seem to be the pushover team they might have been in recent years.
They're playing as a team on all 3 phases of the ball. Special teams playing well, the quarterback's getting the ball out well, and they're running the ball too with the rookie and some of the older guys they got over there.
I know there's a bunch of guys out for that game in Houston last year, but has there been any discussions among you guys as players about what happened there last year and sort of what it eventually ended up meaning for you guys at the end of the season?
Of course, the guys that was here on the team already before, that already kind of went through that last year, they know the feeling that we had from that game. But like I said, guys like Khalil and those guys, we're just trying to get over what happened this last week and just get better from that. We're not trying to really dwell on too much bad that happened.
Is there any conversation between you guys as players, hey, we got to get it together or anything like that?
Just keep playing hard, man, and just make our plays that we're supposed to make. I think that's the main thing, especially for me too, making more plays for the team to help us win, and I feel like it's just gonna help us overall.
Does this feel a little bit like 2018 when you guys lost Joey? You guys had Melvin, but you guys had to rally around and not have Joey for basically half of the season?
I wouldn't say it feels the same, but like you said, having that mindset, that same mindset, that next man mentality, I feel like that we need that too this year.
What have you guys seen from Chris Rumph now?
A lot of growth. He's stronger. He's weighing more, and I used to always pick on him all the time and tell him he's a DB. That's like my little brother. I love him a lot. But yeah, I used to always say, man, you're a DB. But man, he's came back this year. He's stronger. He's got his weight on, and he's more confident, and he's gonna help us too.
Something that popped out is just your physicality.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about how you've added strength. How do you feel like that's materialized here through these first 3 weeks? Obviously not getting a ton of playing time, but just getting out there in regular season.
Yeah, still establishing, especially in preseason, you're not going against everybody start. Some teams want to play their backups, but now that we're in the season, I'm starting to feel how my powers translate to those starting tackles and still, figuring out, the moves I want to do here and there, but it's still coming along pretty well.
How much has Joey and Khalil helped just with your learning process and development?
Well, yeah, those are 2 Hall of Famers. Anytime I'm in the meeting room, we're in a team meeting, I'm always picking their mind. When they're talking about themselves, I'm always right behind them, just picking up little things that I can apply to my own game. I'm not expected to be Joey or Khalil, but, there's certain things I could take from each one of them and apply to my own game.
How much of a challenge is Houston this week in that offense?
Oh, they're a great offense. Any team in the NFL, they got a quarterback, they got a great running back, a solid offensive line. So, our main mindset is to come out here, do our job, do our assignment, and play with some effort, and, everything should go our way.
Just how much of an opportunity is this for you, Chris? Just losing Joey and knowing that you're going to be playing, not 7 snaps a game, but 70-80% of the snaps a game, and the team's going to be relying on you to show up as a pass rusher and a run defender.
Yeah,
well.
Like you said, it's an opportunity. First of all, we all want Joey back. That's nothing anybody wants. But I look at it as an opportunity, to establish myself. Show these coaches, they can count on me when things like this happens. It's the NFL. Guys are gonna get hurt. But like you said, it's next man up. The standard does not drop at all.
What do you think your phone conversations are going to be like with your dad this week? You guys ever touch or anything? Or?
Oh no, it's same phone calls. Nothing's changed at all. My mindset. The way I approach practice before Joey went down was the same way I'm going to approach practice. I approach it as a starter. You practice like that, you'll play like it, and it'll translate.
So when did you find out that you're going to be the starter this week?
Yeah, so Coach pulled me aside on Mondays, kind of told me that they were kind of just thinking about it. It felt like it was a good option. I kind of asked me how I felt about it, and I said I felt good. Been at home there. I played there in college, so yeah, I'm excited about the opportunity.
Go ahead.
What's your comfort level there?
Pretty comfortable. I obviously didn't take a lot of reps there in training camp and up to this point, but you know, it kind of feels like going back home to me. Just kind of doing the walkthroughs and getting back into the swing of things. So yeah, I feel pretty comfortable there.
You played a lot of guard during training camp,
Yep.
and it sounds like during week 0 and now during the regular season they put you more at tackle. Just what was that adjustment like? Just going kind of from a new position to kind of going to familiar?
Honestly, I've had to do it before on a big stage. Obviously, everybody knows about that. So just up to this point, I've kind of been doing that in practice even before I got to the Chargers. So for me, it's kind of something that's just normal to me. You know, you never know what injury is going to happen, who's going to go down, and I've always kind of been the swing guy on every team I've been on. So I'm excited for the opportunity, and obviously it's a lot bigger stage, but you know, I'm ready to go.
What's your relationship like with Matt Filer? You'll be playing next to him.
Obviously one of my locker mates, you know, really good guy, kind of an older guy I looked up to. A guy I was behind a lot during training camp, just getting the tips, the pointers during OTA. So obviously like a big brother to me, and yeah, just a great guy.
How much has Rashawn kind of helped you just during training camp and maybe during OTAs, just bringing you up to speed and everything?
Yeah, so before now, it's kind of been more of just a mentorship role. He was a young guy coming in, so just a guy I could talk to about rookie stuff, you know, that he knew it better than anybody else. So just talking to him about that, and then as we kind of progress and getting this news, he's pulled me aside, kind of watched some tape, looked at things, talked through some things. So yeah, he's definitely been there along the way.
What do you see from the Texan defensive front early in the week?
Yeah, so very athletic front. Obviously, they have really great rushers, really veteran rusher in Jerry Hughes. Another player, well, I didn't play against him in college, but I got to see him play, John Grenard. So, you know, very athletic front, very athletic rushers, and very talented. So it'd be a great challenge for us.
Just what's it like just joining a veteran line now? Because you got Corey, Matt. I mean, Zion's a rookie too, but it seems to be a pretty experienced line.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's to my benefit, honestly. It's kind of how I looked at it coming in. Just walking to a room with guys full of knowledge, full of playing experience. I love it. Honestly, it helps me to compete, gives me something to look forward to, gives me goals to hit. It's kind of be like this guy, be like that guy, and just to kind of pick their brain on things. Having a guy like Corey who knows football in and out, or a guy like Matt who's played a ton of football, or Rashawn who's played at a very high level. I mean, I feel like it's to my benefit, so I love it.
It takes everybody, you know. It takes all 11 coaches, everybody, and we'll, you know, we have confidence in our guys. We'll get it back, get it right, and just move from there.
Coach said that the plan is for Jamaree to start at left tackle. Just from when he got here in the spring to now, just what have you seen from him? I know he hasn't played a lot of left tackle like in practices and stuff, but what have you seen?
You know, I think he took a few reps in camp at some point.
At right tackle, he was in an unpadded practice.
Oh, right, okay. And so then, I mean, he played in college. He's not unfamiliar with it. I think the biggest thing, just talking to guys that have made the transition from left to right, you know, it's different. You know, people think you just linemen just plug and play, you know, but it's different, especially left tackle. So the fact that he played it in college, I think, takes a huge amount of adjustment off of it, you know, with just, again, seeing guys. I obviously don't have any experience. I don't want to have any experience with it. But they, you know, seeing guys go, there is a transition period, you know, that you kind of got to get adjusted. But again, the fact that he's done it before, and the fact that, you know, since Jamaree's come in, him and Zion, all our rookies, Trainer and Isaac, they've all come in and taken every day like a work day, man. I mean, Storm's trying to get his locker.
Yeah. Corey,
No, I was just gonna say they're extremely professional. You know, they're committed. They work hard, and nothing has really fazed them. You know, like ups and downs, they've stayed even keeled, and expect nothing less.
I got here a little bit late, but how are you feeling physically?
Feeling good. Just you know, easing back into it, and but I'm feeling good. Yeah.
And these last few days that you had off, has it helped you kind of nurse the knee injury a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. And it's just, again, like listening to docs and just kind of taking their advice and just moving forward.
Is it going to be something that you're going to have to deal with the rest of the season? Or
Sure hope not. I mean, you know, that's the plan is not, but I'm glad that we took care of it at the time that we did, and yeah, that's about it.
Being 1-2, would you describe? I mean, is it an angry team, frustrated, disbelief? What you didn't expect this?
With us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I've been 1-2 before, and again, like I told the old line, I think like it's in 2014 with the Packers, we were 1-2. We got blown out by the Seahawks. We had to come back to beat the Jets, and then we got smoked by Detroit, or we got beaten up by Detroit at Detroit, and that was my rookie year. And there's nothing that we did different throughout the year. It wasn't like we started trying harder or like brought somebody in or like just changed our philosophy of who we were. It's just this league this will happen, you know. But the biggest point of emphasis is to stay the course. Like you can sit here and be like, oh my God, I wanted to. I mean, it's 3 games in, you know what I mean? And we know what the issues are. We know what we got to fix. As long as we do that, as long as we stay the course, then we're going to be fine. And yeah, I mean that's about it.
Is it a little easier to digest knowing that the division hasn't been real good? It's supposed to have it as the best division. I think it's like 5-7 overall.
I mean, we're focused on us. Like the division is not going to affect how we perform. You know, all we can control is us. All we can control is the opponent, who we're playing that week. We can't look forward. We can't look behind, and we just got to have. There is a sense of urgency where it's a race to get better. It's a race to improve. It's a race to figure problems out, and I feel like we have that attitude, and we have that commitment. And there's no division or anything in the locker room. So, I mean, for me, I have a lot of confidence moving forward.
Have you had a situation at Green Bay where you had 2 rookies starting on an offensive line at the same time?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay. Does it help that at least Zion's been there since day 1 and now Jamaree coming in week 4?
Yeah, I mean those 2 guys, like from seeing however many rookies I've been in contact with over, including myself, I feel like those 2 guys and our other 2 rookies, Isaac and Andrew, they came in from day 1 and they were level-headed, even-keeled. The biggest thing is like you can't get too high with the highs, can't get too low with the lows. Like, and neither one of those guys have demonstrated that. They've been consistent, cool, calm, collected, everything you want to see from a grizzled vet. You know, both of those guys have displayed that in terms of their personality, and they've made improvements week to week, day to day. So that's all you can ask at this point. You know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But the fact that those 2 guys in particular have showed that from day 1, that gives us all the confidence in the world moving forward.
If you want to see more content like this, check out the link right here.